Hello everyone, it's Monday again, and today I want to share some stuff with you, a couple of cute little dies. Halloween is upon us, and so now we're going to start focusing on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I just wanted to share with you a couple of really cute dies that just came out just this month, just recently. This is the toy soldier die. The other one I wanted to share with you is called the Snowflake Rosette. Okay, so here's my soldier that I made. I pieced him together with, oh my goodness, I can't pick him up. I pieced him together with different colors, and I popped up his boots with a black pop dot, and I think he looks really nice, dimensional that way. And it only took a few minutes. And then this is my snowflake rosette, and I used sticky embossing powder and glittered it. So I want to go through making these, and what I did is I took scraps of paper. First I cut everything out in black, although I really only needed the base and the boots. So I'm going to cut these scraps off. Okay, so I'm going to put this down right here so I can get my base. And then my boots are over here, so I want to get a piece of black right here for the boots. And let's see, I want the jacket to be in red, and also the hat. So I'm going to cut this little piece off and put it right there for the hat, and then another piece for the jacket. And then the rest of the trim I want to be in white. So I'm going to, let's see, I happen to have a piece of adhesive backed white, which is really cool to use. So let me use that again. And let's see, I'm going to piece it this way. It's okay if it overlaps. And then, okay, I'm going to take the black piece off that I've got for the body. And because you can make your soldier any nationality you want. I happen to have a piece of mirror paper that I stuck on there, but underneath also you can make him a Caucasian, or I've got some craft paper, and so you can make him Hispanic, or you can make him African American. So whatever you want to do. Then I'm going to put this color. You could also put gold. I really should have put gold. As a matter of fact, let me just use my mirror paper for this part. I'm going to cut a piece large enough to cover the openings, the cutouts right there on his jacket. And I'm going to also cover the face. So, okay, cut this down. Okay, I'm going to put that right in there. Then I'm going to put this back over top of it. Okay, so you can see it takes very little paper, just a little bit of planning. And then I'm going to set this on my plates for my big kick. And I'm going to set that up here. Pick up my plates. And run it through. Okay. Now, I'll pull out my various pieces. There's Okay, so here's my base. There's my mirror part. Here's my jacket, my gloves and plume. Save those small scraps because they can still be used for a lot of other things. I have, I'm not sure what these are called, they're not suspenders, but it's a crossbar at the front. Here I have my hat. Well, that got sort of embossed, but this is just for demo purpose. And here's my boots. Okay. Get rid of my scraps. Now I'm going to put them together, and I've got some 3D foam squares in black, and I've got my collage glue, and the mirror paper has is adhesive back, so that's going to be easy to apply. I can get it separated. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that right down here. I'm a little bit off, but I can go back from behind later and trim it off. Okay, and then next I'm going to put my hat on, and I'm going to just use some collage glue, my collage glue stick. I'll put that right there. I'll get my plume, which is also adhesive backed. You could also put your pieces through the Xyron if you don't have any adhesive backed paper to use. Okay, got that on. Okay, now I'm going to go to the jacket. And the hands, the arms, can be separated and folded, moved for some more dimension. So I'm going to set that right here. Oops, I need to put some more collage glue on. I didn't get it across the top. And if you want to pull your hands up, you can do that. Okay, and see that mirror part makes his gold stand out. Okay, now we're going to put on the gloves. Not having any nails on right now makes things a little bit difficult. Okay, those. My goodness, it sure is Monday. Hopefully when you put this on, you put it on straight the first time instead of the third time. Okay, and then we have the crossbar left. And that goes right there. You can cut another piece of black like I did for this one for right here, or you can leave it white. And then the last thing is the boots. And I'm getting one square and cutting it in half. If you have smaller, you can use that. If you don't have black, you can always color it in with some ink or a marker before you attach it. Okay. Peel those off. And attach his boots, and your soldier's finished. Now how quick was that, and how cute is that? You can use all kinds of color combinations. If you have a relative, a child, son and daughter, niece, nephew, whatever, in in a band, in a marching corps, in service, you can change your colors to match. So I think that he is just really cute and a very good investment for this die. I think it'd be very versatile. And I know that Peachy Keen has some really tiny face stamps. So if you don't use the mirror for it, like if you use regular cardstock, then you could also stamp a face on him. So, and I'll do that and take a picture. Okay, so I think that's a really fun die. And then the other one I want to do today is the, let me plug in my glue gun while I'm talking. Okay, is this snowflake rosette die. Now it is a little bit more difficult to work with than the regular rosettes because you have all of these up here and they don't fold all the way up here. It's a little awkward, and I had several mess ups last night, and that's one of them. So it takes a little bit of practice, so you might want to practice with some scraps or some real cheap cardstock or pattern paper or even just copy paper before you start this one. So I'm going to also, I want to try something that I had not tried last night. I have a crease pad, and I'm going to try that because I had some trouble with the perforations cutting through. So I'm going to see if that makes a difference. So I'm going to bring my big kick back up, and I got some paper yesterday, and it's basil paper, and it's shimmery, and one of them is called Bling Blind Date, and then a little darker one is called Bling Prince Charming. But I thought these reminded me of you know, icy snow and things like that, so that's why I got these. So I'm gonna cut one of these. I'm using my extended spacer platform, and just because I have it, you know, if you have the one that goes with the Vagabond or the bigger solo one, then use that, but this is what I have. So let me find the die down here now that I've buried it. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to try using my crease pad. I know it's not, oh, I buried it too. I know it's not as long, and I may not be able to make that experiment work, but I'm going to try. I'm going to see if maybe my perforations don't cut through by using that. Okay, and then I'm going to turn around, and this is the hairy part. Okay, so this is an experiment. Let's see if it cuts enough. Now it looks like all it did was emboss it. Okay, so that's not going to work. Okay, so let's just go back to this. Let me get another sheet of paper. This was a 12 by 12, and it just fits. Okay, let's bring this back up. And it does of course cut through. And then you want to carefully pull out the trim. And you will have to cut 2 of these in pieces. And so I tried to put mine as close to the edge as I could, because then you can take a scrap and go back and do your other piece. And I have a few of them already cut, so I'm going to save this and cut more later, and I'm going to go ahead and use one that I cut last night. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to take the label off of there. So, but I don't think that's going to matter for right now, since I can't pull it up very well, and I don't want to mess up my perforations, so I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, so then you're going to start folding. Well, shoot. Let me pick out the little pieces first. Sorry. Do a little bit of weeding real quick. I know this makes for a boring part of the video, but I did find that it's important, because when I didn't pick them out, I had a lot more trouble with my folds and perforations wanting to separate. So take just a minute to punch out the little holes that are there. Okay. And they make sure that you get rid of all of the hanging chads. Okay. So then I'm going to start folding it. And it's a fan fold, as any of you who have the other rosettes know. And this paper that I'm using, it's a little bit tough to work with, so and I didn't try it with regular cardstock, so it might be that it's just this particular paper that was giving me fits with the perforations and the folding. So you may have a better time of it than I did. Almost finished. Alright. So you want to make sure that your creases are tight. You're going to have your side pieces ready, and then when you unfold it, now with the others, then I just usually take it and glue it like this, but I was having trouble with that last night, so I will try it this way for you, and we'll see if I have any better luck at it today than I had last night. So let's put some glue on. Love those strings. Don't burn yourself. Okay. And then what we want to do is turn our folds to the center. Oh, nice. This is a lot better than it was last night. Maybe it was too late last night to be experimenting. Alright, while I hold that, I'm going to put some glue on my end piece. Had to let it go. I know you guys can identify with this here. And I know my hands are in the way, but I don't know any other way to hold it. Okay, you want to press towards the center, and there we go. And then, you know, I'm so glad sometimes, you know, when you start to do your video, everything goes wrong, but today things are going right. Okay, so there's a really pretty starburst snowflake rosette, but let's make it prettier. It's already kind of shiny, but I'm going to take my embossing dabber and to get it started. So, and then I'm just going to come along. Now I could also do this with, you know, I could ink it, and you can do that. I just don't have my inks out right now. But I'm going to put this embossing dabber all over, and then I'm going to take a coffee filter. Then I'm going to take my sticky embossing powder. I really like this stuff. You know, I struggled with getting glitter on things until they came out with this embossing powder. And you just use it like normal embossing powder. And I want to make sure that I get all the pieces in there with some powder on that I can. And when you heat it, I'll get rid of that, it gets sticky, and then you just pour your glue on it, you pour your glitter on it, and the glitter sticks like crazy. So let me just melt this real quick. You'll know it's melted when it goes clear. And then I'll grab another coffee filter. I have some Martha Stewart glitter here, but you can use any glitter that you want. And then I'm just going to shake it all over. And it sticks. So now you have a nice blue glittery snowflake rosette to put on a card or a scrapbook layout or a tag or anything you want to do with it. So these are really nice dies, really fun dies. Those are just a couple of the techniques that you can use with them, and really quick stuff. You could sit down one day, you know, if you're feeling like you want to do something and you don't really have a lot of ideas, sit down and make a bunch of rosettes, make a bunch of toy soldiers, and I would guarantee that you have some ideas coming before you finish. And even if you don't, then you will have some parts already ready, and you can store them in some Ziploc bags or something. And then when you do feel creative, you don't have to do this part. It's already done. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next Monday.